From the Northway Bank Online Newsroom, I'm Gare McKenzie. This local and regional news update is brought to you by Northway Bank. Want a Northway Bank teller to keep in your pocket? There's an app for that. Now available for iPhone and Android. Download yours today. Northway Bank with 17 locations throughout New Hampshire. The people you know, the bank you trust. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Today's Flag Day, and a U.S. Army veteran and member of North Conway's American Legion Post 95 says it's an important day. Steve Woodcock served several years as a cryptology specialist in the early 1970s.
I get a little upset when I drive around and see the flags that are just fallen and tattered and torn and faded, and the value sort of lost when the flag becomes worn and faded. It's just more respectful to the country and to all the veterans of all the services living in past if we can at least keep the flags current and flying and recognize them on Flag Day. And we do that here at the Post by collecting them and destroying them in a respectful manner in the ceremony once a year.
Woodcock and other members of his post will collect worn, torn, and faded flags this afternoon from 1 o'clock until 4 o'clock. You can drive up to the post at 116 Kearsarge Road, and your contribution will be taken for proper disposal. The first 50 donors will be given a complimentary United States flag. Woodcock says Flag Day was started by school teachers who wanted to celebrate the flag before the Continental Congress commemorated the flag's adoption in 1777. President Woodrow Wilson proclaimed the day during his term in the early 1900s, and the day was officially enacted by the U.S. Congress in 1949. The date also coincides with the birth date of the U.S. Army, now almost 240 years old. Here's Woodcock again.
The Army is the oldest branch of the military. Some would argue that the Marine Corps is next or the Navy is next, depending which service you happen to be from, but the official designation is the Army, Marine Corps, Navy, Air Force, and then the Coast Guard.
Members of Conway's American Legion Post 46 will also participate in Flag Day. The Post will hold its annual flag burning ceremony tonight at 6 o'clock at the Post on Tasker Hill Road, in accordance with the prescribed method of properly and honorably disposing of old flags. Members of the public are invited and can bring U.S. flags for disposal. Woodcock says he hopes people who get rid of their old flags will buy a new one to properly display. For more information about Flag Day and proper flag etiquette, see the website at legion.org. New Hampshire State Police say an out-of-state motorcycle rider who failed to negotiate a turn into the former viewing area for the Old Man of the Mountain in Franconia Notch has died of his injuries. Police say the rider, who was alone and not wearing a helmet, was ejected from the motorcycle. He'd been traveling north on I-93. The man's name is not being released pending notification of his family. The state's motorcycling population has swelled this week as bikers flock to the annual Laconia Motorcycle Week. Police did not indicate whether the rider killed in the late morning crash yesterday was here for Motorcycle Week. Police ask anyone who witnessed the crash to call Troop F at 826-3333. In Maine news, lawmakers have sent a $6.3 billion spending plan to Republican Governor Paul LePage, where it faces a likely veto because it includes temporary tax increases. The Democratic-controlled House and Senate gave final approval last night to the budget that covers general state services for the 2 fiscal years starting July 1st. The House approved the measure on a 102-43 vote. The Senate later endorsed it 25-10. Because the bill needs to take effect soon to avoid a government shutdown, it required 2/3 approval for passage. The proposal includes a temporary half-cent hike to Maine's 5% sales tax. It would also temporarily raise the meals and lodging tax from 7% to 8%. In sports, the New Hampshire Fisher Cats and Akron Arrows were rained out last night in Manchester. The Portland Sea Dogs get their 5th shutout of the season last night at Hadlock Field, beating the Seawolves 2-0. That's the Erie Seawolves. The Baltimore Orioles outlasted the Boston Red Sox 5-4 in 13 innings last night in Baltimore. And the Bruins getting ready for Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Finals tomorrow night in Chicago. In the weather today, partly sunny, a chance of showers with isolated thunderstorms this afternoon. Highs of the lower 70s. Light winds becoming north around 10 miles per hour this afternoon. Partly cloudy in the evening tonight, then clearing. Lows in the mid-40s. And mostly sunny on Saturday. Highs in the mid-70s. From the Northway Bank Online Newsroom, I'm Gary McKenzie.